Don't kill the messenger. That's all I'm saying. Hear me out. I have some really important information I want to tell you. Really important. All right. For those of you who are new, my name is Saint Wolf. This is the part in the video where I introduce everyone to my channel, but really what you need to know is I help everyone get wealthy. And the information in this video, no cap, is going to do that. It's really important that you hear me out. This is an opportunity for life-changing wealth. It's in the charts. I'm just a messenger. Just hear me out. All right, check it out. All right, this is what's called the Fed funds rate. All right, now the Fed funds rate, really quick, is the rate at which the Fed or the banks loan each other money. All right, it's kind of the base rate. Okay, and we know it's now at 5.3%. And what we pay as consumers is a few points higher than that. All right, okay. So I'm going to take you back to this point, which is 2001. Obviously, it goes back much further, but it's not really relevant to us because we're all too young. All right, so back in March of 2000 was the kind of the peak of the dot-com bubble. All right, and I want to show you where that is. That would be, right, well, here's April, so March is right here, all right? So the Fed's fund rate had been capped out at 6.5% from May 2000 all the way until about November 2000. All right, so 6 months it had been capped out at 6.5%, and then they reduced it. They reduced it because they knew something was wrong, because that's why they would reduce it, all right? Now, if you come here, fast forward, they raise the rates back up to 5.3%, exactly kind of where it is now. When? Right before the GFC, okay? It was June 2006. And it went all the way from July 2006 until August of 2007. So a little over 1 year, they kept it at 5.3%, all right? And then they began reducing the rate very quickly down to zero, what most of us have enjoyed in our young life, okay? And Bear Stearns collapsed in March of 2008. So where was that? March 2008, so here. And I think they knew it had broken before. Everyone knows, famously, I think Kramer was telling people Bear Stearns was looking great, all right? When already it had collapsed way before they had kept it propped up, okay? Now, fast forward, they started increasing rates again in 2015 up to about 2.5%, okay, let's say. So this is February 2019, okay? And they kept the rates there until August of 2019, okay? So let's say about 6 months they kept it there. And what happened? Well, we had in January of 2020, we had, which is going to be here, they had announced C19, okay? And we had a massive smack down. They brought the rates down back to zero, okay? And we know what happened after that. We had an incredible bull run. So bull run happened here. Another bull run started around 2010 here, so in this flat part here. And after 2001, it took a while to recover because we also had 9/11, okay? Happened down here, okay? And then finally we started this epic bull run, okay? That took us all the way up to the GFC. Or it's kind of still been going, but now, where are we at now? Now they started raising rates in January of 22 extremely quickly, okay? I think more than they ever have in history, till we are back at 5.3%, which came in July of 2023 and went all the way until now. We're almost at 1 year because we're going on July 2024 right now, right? So we're almost 1 year of this rate. And we know what happens looking at prior things. They're going to start reducing it very soon. And they're going to do it abruptly, just like they did before C19, just like they did before Bear Stearns broke down. And they knew well before, okay? And also, the dot-com bubble burst in here, right around here. They started reducing very quickly, and I think they knew ahead of time. And I think they already know. I think we all know something's wrong in the bank, something's wrong, and they're going to abruptly start bringing it down. Now, what's really important, too, is if you look down here at the MACD, if we go back to 2001, where they started bringing the rates down, the MACD had just already crossed. You guys see that, right? Let me make this a little bigger for you guys. You guys see that? See this MACD cross? Now, look at the GFC, okay? They held the rates there. They had crossed in the middle of this period of the rate where they kept it sustained. And then Bear Stearns happened March 2008, right? Here. All right. So it had already started coming down. And then Bear Stearns broke, but they were already in trouble already, right? And then C19 happened right here. It was kind of announced like January 2020, March 2020 in this area. What happened? It had crossed when we were in the sustained rate. The rate, they started cranking it down, and and you see the MACD was already collapsing, okay? So same thing here. They're going to abruptly bring it down at some point very soon. And what do we see here? The MACD has already crossed. It actually crossed back in November of 2023. So we are already in this full collapse, just like the collapse of the MACD, just like you saw back here and just like you saw back here. And at some point, they're going to actually technically announce whatever it is, whether that's war, bank issues, you name it. There'll be something they'll give in it, but you already see it in the MACD that something is wrong, and the Fed is going to have to quickly bring this down. And then in that point where it's coming down, you'll have the announcement. But the purpose of our channel is to be ahead of what's going on. All right, we want to be ahead of it. So you're out of the market or you're DCAing out and you're ready, because what comes after that is, as you know, amazing buying opportunities. Just like you had after C19, if you had cash, if you got out of the market, you had the most amazing buying opportunity you've ever had in your life. I know this is where most of us were buying alts and Bitcoin. You see after GFC, I bought my first property here. I think it was like 2010 or end of 2009. And I bought it from the bank in Los Angeles, and my brother and then we started buying real estate through this period. It was just an amazing time. I had friends in Wall Street that had just gotten their first job, and they were all getting fired, and firms were going under, et cetera. But the Fed knows before, okay? Because that's why they start dropping rates before. Even at C19, you know, they knew, okay? They knew. And once again, when this happens and they start dropping it, it means they know. Okay, and the MACD is already turned over. Okay, now let me show you this video I made just 2 weeks ago. Really quick, let me just play this clip from this video. Dare I say it, but this looks like it could be a bull trap. All right, and so I got to take caution. Once again, I don't think the bull run's over. I don't think it's ending. But being that we haven't had any significant pullbacks in a long time, it could be a serious hiccup. It could be pretty big. It doesn't have to be. It could be small. Could be a little hiccup, shake people out. Maybe we just come down past this low right here. It has to come past 56 for sure, you know, to someplace, maybe just in here, scares everybody, and then we take off again. But you can see I have this range. So just so you guys understand, I had this 2 weeks ago that I called it a bull trap. And what do we do from this price? I think we pushed up just a little bit more, maybe to 70K, and we've turned around. Now BTC is what is it at? It's at 65, 66. Okay. So I try to stay ahead of everything. Okay. And 2 weeks ago, when I made this video, a lot of people just said I was crazy because we were supposed to break through and just continue up. But no, I just didn't think that was going to happen. Okay. And so I'm looking at this and I'm telling you something big is coming. Now, do we have one last push up? Yeah, it's possible we come down where we're at 66. Maybe we drop down a little bit more, shake it up, and then we kick up into the last leg. And at some point, it's going to end. Okay, it's probably sometime between July and December. It looks like, just looking at the Fed funds rate chart. Now, it could be in the middle. Maybe we get cut short because everyone's saying, what's everybody saying? This cycle is going to end, go into the election. It ends in December, but maybe it gets cut short. Maybe it ends in August, September, maybe September, right? That's a famous month for shit to go down. It could be catching everybody off guard, because this is telling us a clear signal that something's coming very soon, and you need to be ready because it could be very abrupt. You may not have that much time to exit the market. Okay, so sometime between now and December of 2024, it looks like to me something's going to go down. Okay, and they'll have a name for it, for whatever that event is that they do. Now I want to show you this. Two more things really quick. And this one is by Miles Ducher on Twitter. He did some really cool work, and he says dilution is the highest it's ever been. There were nearly 1 million new crypto tokens created in May. That's 2 times the total ever created on Ethereum between 2015 and 2023. That was like how they printed more money after C19 than all of history, right? Like there was more tokens ever made in May than since the creation of freaking Ethereum until 2023. Guys, that is crazy. If that's not a top signal, I don't know what is. Actually, I do know what is. It's one more thing I'm going to show you at the end of this video. That's a top signal. But look at this, man. So that doesn't mean we just end tomorrow, but it's a clear sign that we're about there. I mean, this is a crazy looking chart. So we may have, like I said, one last push up, or maybe we start the push up, but at some point it's gonna come to an end, and I think pretty abruptly. And the Fed, I think they already know. The government already knows when that date is. We just don't know. They already have the event planned. You know, I would say they definitely do. If it's a banking thing, they already know. They're just holding it up until the time they think is right for them. All right. I don't know when that is. Maybe we push up in July again. We start running up again, but that might be it. And you get a few months left. But I don't know. Maybe it ends in August, September, October, November, December. One of these months is coming soon. Okay, it's coming quick. Yeah, because we also got one of these. Okay. So, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. All right. So, you guys know what to do. If you like this video, definitely put a comment down below. I'm really curious to hear what you guys have to say. I'd love to hear your input. In the meantime, take care. I'll keep you guys up to date. And don't be this guy. Okay? Don't be this guy. All right? I'll talk to you later. Bye.